the speed of America was running us into the ground. It was a beautiful place. We met a lot of beautiful people, but we needed to slow down. And while we were there, we seen a YouTube video about Thailand and literally decided we were gonna move to Thailand in 1 week, and we were in Thailand 3 weeks later.
We found a place before we got here. I'm a researcher. I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube. The girl I was watching on YouTube actually lived in the same building, in that building. So I was like, oh, it was the building we was already looking at. So boom, when we got to our house, like we did not sit down. The first 4 weeks, we were outside, feet to pavement every single day.
First impressions like automatic what everybody thinks. Oh, it's so cheap. The people are so nice. Everybody minds their business. Ain't nobody all in your face. You can be a black person. You can be whatever color you are and just be present and not have to worry about nothing. That's like the first initial impressions of Thailand. But then all those things after that first 6 weeks come back to bite you because you like, yeah, it's so cheap. But then you buy like 6 of them. You can do everything in a day if you really want to, but you still end up living like how you lived in America, you know, just overspending and overindulging. We don't have to do that.
We definitely overindulged. It was like, well, let's do everything. And then we had to really sit down and be like, you know what? We live here. We came here with a 5-year visa. It was always in the plans to be here.
What's up, y'all? We're the Larkins. My name is Ty. This is
Angel.
And we're living in Thailand.
We live in Thailand.
Oh, we live in Thailand.
No, we actually live in Thailand.
Live here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the vibes, man.
What's up, y'all?
Come on in. We moved to this space after being in Thailand in a small condo for a year and a half, and the walls are closing in on us. So
yes, so being, you know, married couple, we literally always had a 2-bedroom. He had his own closet. I had my own closet. He had his own space. I had my own space. He had his own room that he would, you know, do content or do stuff in. And then we had our room, you know what I mean? So.
And I have my own bathroom.
In his own bathroom. Most important.
Most important. My own bathroom for sure.
Own bathroom. So we only been here, what? Today makes 2 weeks actually.
2 weeks today.
Today makes 2 weeks.
But
and
we're tired at this point.
Yeah.
We got a scooter. We got a home, and we got a gate opener. So you know we live in Thailand right now. We live in Thailand for real. So yeah, this is the dining area. Super nice. Most places that you go in Thailand, you don't have a space to do multiple different things, and you can't really separate your life. Like the living room is the dining room is the living room, the bedroom is the office. And we got space for activity. So we have a dining room here. We literally, our first time sitting down and eating dinner together since we've been in Thailand was here.
And in real Thai fashion, we got it's not outdoors. It's indoors, but it's outdoors. But it's indoors.
Chai.
I mean, it's both.
Chai go.
But it's the kitchen. And we got gas stove, y'all. We got a gas stove.
Let me show y'all, man.
So what brought us to Thailand is, I mean, I feel like it's a list of things, but it was so quick.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happened in a short time.
Yeah, so we were living in Atlanta, and I was a celebrity trainer. Angel was a celebrity influencer. She also was a trainer, and she did detox and cavitation. So we fast-tracked our life in Atlanta to where we didn't know anybody to where we knew everybody. So you have celebrity friends, it's always somebody's birthday. And what we quickly realized is that the speed of America was running us into the ground. It was a beautiful place. We met a lot of beautiful people, but we needed to slow down. So first we decided to go to Mexico and tried to do the Mexico trip, and La Policia did not let us live here. It was just a lot of police around. It was just a environment that wasn't really conducive to long term. So, but we learned that we could live abroad. And while we were there, we seen a YouTube video about Thailand, and literally we got back and decided we were going to move to Thailand in 1 week, and we were in Thailand 3 weeks later.
Yep. We actually moved our flight up a bit just because there was a bunch of stuff going on in 2024 election. Yeah. And we didn't want to be stuck or caught up. So we actually moved our flight up. And I also want to add that we were just deciding, like, we're not from Atlanta. So we had been in Atlanta for 5.5 years. Where else would we live in America.
Yeah.
And do what we were doing in Atlanta. We might as well just take it overseas.
Yeah. The best place for us was Atlanta. We lived all over the country as far as not together in all these places, but we've been together almost 10 years. But from the West Coast, we met on the West Coast. She's from Texas. I've lived in Florida. I'm from Indiana. So the Midwest, we've lived every part, and it was like, yeah, Atlanta is the best place for us in America. So it might want to look
outside America.
The world, Craig.
Yeah. Like, let's open up the world at this point.
We need to open up the world. So that's how we got to Thailand.
That's how we got to Thailand.
So this is like, it's not air conditioned, but it is a separate space from the home. So when you cooking, you frying foods, like, you know how us like to fry chicken, and I'm Thai. That just meant I'm Thai. Just Thai people love to fry chicken. So fried chicken here, you ain't got to worry about the smell or anything else you're cooking. Or also, if you have any trash or anything you have outside, you don't want it in your house stinking it up. So,
he's the chef.
She's the chef.
He's the chef.
Yeah, I'm the chef. Yeah, so in Thailand, you can't really cook in your kitchen, like, because it's always like 1 hour, 2 hours, and it's like a half a counter and one space to even put your stuff at. So like here we actually have 2 spaces. So out there is where we cook and prep food. Here's where we, eat food and actually have space for storage and different stuff. And we actually have a real fridge,
refrigerator. We have ice cubes, we have water, we have crushed ice, however you like it. And we got a little peekaboo closet in case we want to just grab something on the shelf.
Oh, you thought the fridge was open. It's not really open. Now it's...
Now the fridge is open.
Yeah, and we finally got stuff in it, because when you live in an apartment or condo, you just order grab every day. Like, most people get here and get to Thailand and they be like, I'm gonna order grab every single day, and we just can't do it.
We couldn't do it.
It don't feel like home.
Yeah, it don't feel like home. Like, we have certain restrictions. We don't eat dairy, so it's like if they put some type of dairy or don't read the comment and they send us the wrong thing, we like
wasted. Not only it ain't about the money, but we wasted the time in some places they closed, and then you gotta
so we just cook at home.
At home, for sure.
So this is our living area where we can actually sit on the couch without touching. Not that we don't want to touch, it's just that not all the time.
I can sit over here, she can sit over there, what I'm saying? We ain't got to be on top of each other.
Yeah, if we kick our feet up, we can watch our TV, we can have a vibe in here without feeling like we're sitting on top of each other. So. And
we like to host. We like to host a lot, and we got a lot of people, that pull up and stuff. So.
Yeah, because he's the chef. He cooks.
Yeah, we actually did that yesterday.
All right, so yes, we have an upstairs. Yes. Let's go upstairs.
So the reason why we chose Thailand over any other country is the honest reason. That YouTube video I was talking about, it was a girl doing a cannabis tour. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Bangkok got weed? Like, Bangkok has cannabis? The real story is we had gotten into a little spat in Mexico before that, right? And we was just in separate rooms, she on her phone scrolling, I'm playing the game. And I went to YouTube and I seen this Thailand cannabis tour. And even though we was at odds, I said, babe, you gotta come see this. I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but you gotta see this. And literally, the cannabis got here.
But I also said in that moment, I'm like, if we move all the way to Thailand, because I was working in tech and I was working from home remotely, and I was like, if we move all the way to Thailand, like, I don't want to be working overnight. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that. Like, so, we'll have to figure that out. Literally, we got back to America from Mexico on a Tuesday, and Friday I got laid off. Yep. We seen it as a sign.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my little sad moment, but that moment quickly turned into planning to leave.
Into flights and planning to leave. Yeah. As far as expenses for the home we first got here, we did the Thailand thing where we were like, okay, we seen the apartments for $200, $300. We seen nobody paying, so we did that for like 3 months.
It was like $550.
And we paid $500 for rent, $550 for rent. The electric was like $60, and internet was $15. Mm-hmm. Cell phone $7. That's how it was the first month, and then we quickly realized, okay, we need to expand this. So Then we moved to a different space to where we were paying like what 1,100, like 40,000 baht.
40,000 baht for a condo.
Yeah, but the electric was included. The internet was the same. Cell phone was the same. And then food all depends on how often you go out and eat. Like, cause do you put bottles with food? Like, do you put the club bottles in the food prices, or that's something different?
That's leisure.
Okay, that's leisure. All depending on what you do, but like now, like we to the point to where like okay.
Sir, liquor is not food.
Okay, liquor's not food. We get to the point now, like okay, when we first got here, we did everything, pay for everything under $1,000. But now it's looking like more like $2,500 that we do to pay for our expenses. Now, outside of that might, how much we spend a month, that is not the same. So we might spend 3,000 or 4,000 a month doing leisure stuff. But as far as like everything taken care of, 2,000, 2,500 USD.
Yeah.
Which in America, you can't even pay your rent for that. Like you literally can't pay your rent for that. Not.
I could say like in our last apartment that we had in downtown Atlanta, we were paying $2,600 USD for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or it was like a mid-rise condo downtown Atlanta. We probably spend that some months here. Like some months we can spend around that. And most months it's a little bit more, maybe 3K
depending
USD a month, 3K to 4K a month is our average, I think. Of what we spend monthly. Yeah, our rent here is definitely cheaper than that. You see, we got a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. We got a bike. So our rent here is about 55K.
Yeah, 55K here, which is
Thai baht,
which equals out to like between, depending on how the U.S. like the currency is, between like 1550 and 1650, something like that. Which is
16 to 17, yeah.
Yeah, but if in America, 1600, you living in the hood, bullets is flying.
And roaches is crawling.
For sure.
Yes, you gotta lock all your doors.
Yeah.
We just moved in 2 weeks ago, so we still getting everything together. But this is our guest room.
Yeah, this is the guest room. Right now it's working as a two-way closet. Like this is my space that we got the office stuff in right now because we ain't got the desk yet, but it's full built in. If you come in, you can see it's fully built-ins in here. There's a vanity, all types of stuff. So anybody that's coming to visit us, just know you got a space to put your stuff and have some privacy. For sure. But yeah, then we got over here, we have the incoming office. That's not an office yet, it's another space. We keep our camera equipment, all of our electronics and stuff in here, but this is gonna be the office space. It's not much to see now, but as you can see, you got a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? A lot of potential. But also, this bathroom, no decor in it yet, so not a lot to see except for that it's clean.
And we will be decorating, okay? The office will have a desk. It will be full. My bathroom's got to be all white up here. We going all white in the bathrooms. I need my pictures. I need my plants. I need all of that. Y'all know I need my rugs, all of that. So again, it's only been 2 weeks, but it's coming. Trust me. I love to shop, especially for house stuff.
This is the master, which is usually the same size as a condo. As you can see, you look up. We got, I think these are 30-foot ceilings or something like that. 30-foot ceilings up top. If you come in, you see this 20-foot mirror on the inside. But also there's a mezzanine in the bedroom and there's a second floor loft in the bedroom. You want to take them up to your?
Yeah. So the loft area is my area and no boys allowed. So come on.
The lies.
The lies. So if you a girly girl like me, you're going to start with just straight. The wardrobe is going crazy, okay? So one thing that sold me on this house was this part because I'm just a girl, right? So my closet space, I got stuff to store my stuff. And mind you, this is all mine. This is all mine. Ty has his own closet in his own room. Then it has a vanity. The vanity is, Y'all, who the owner did her thing. She definitely did her thing with this vanity. I'm talking about drawers and space for days. And then when I do my makeup, I can use, the house lights, or I can open it and use a natural light. That's all a girl be asking for real. I couldn't do nothing in that apartment. I couldn't do nothing in that condo. Big mirrors, places to put my shoes, places to buy more stuff. And then, the decoration is coming up here too. I'm gonna have me a nice rug, a nice bench. It's gonna be fine. But look at this part.
Yes, as you can see, I'm down here just chilling. You know what I'm saying? The vibes is vibing. I love it. I love that for you. I love that the camera is right there. This is showing. This is what Thailand looks like when you open your mind past what you see on YouTube and Instagram. Like you have to live here and you have to really understand what your flow is, because some people are meant for the little bitty apartment, but us being married, coming on 9 years in 2 days, our anniversary, 9 years married.
Yep.
It's too small. It's just too small. And I feel like as you stay here and you plan on being here, the maturation of your process being here is to get a bigger place, something that you can live in for real, for real. So.
So our typical day in Thailand is pretty much just going with the flow. We came here so we can slow down. We still work remotely. It's not as strenuous as working in tech or working for the tech company. I actually work for a family business. I do HR for a family business, so it's self-paced pretty much. But our days are slower than our nights, I could say.
Our days are definitely slower than our nights. Yeah, it's kind of like. Well, living in Atlanta, I was an entrepreneur, so my days have shifted in a space of where I have less people I'm responsible for, but even in Atlanta, I made my own schedule, my own day, and wrote my day out. So It's still kind of the same, but it's less pressure. So usually it starts, waking up, watering the grass. After watering the grass, roll a little grass, go out into the city, go out into the world, go grocery shopping, go find what we're going to eat today. Finding what we're going to eat today has really become a part of the day. Like it makes it, because you have time to, it's not in a rush. So like going to the grocery store and finding food and stuff like that. But
the morning's a little bit more slow paced. We get up, we make our coffee, just roll into our day, like you said.
But the nights we be outside sometimes. Like it'd be a lot going on. So it's almost like Atlanta, how Atlanta was now. Like we made so many connections here that people have events like multiple times a week. So it's like we show up for different people and ourselves. They got events. So it's a slow, fast pace that I think that we was looking for. Like we able to do both. Like slow down and speed up when we want to.
Yeah. And now that I learned how to DJ here in Thailand, like it was always one of my dreams to be able to DJ like when I was in my early 20s. But living in America, I just never had the time to focus on that. I was always working 1 or 2 jobs, sometimes 3 at times. And then in between that, I'm traveling, trying to spend time with family, trying to help everybody out. But being here is just me and my husband. Nice. And I had my life slowed down, and I got to take the time to learn how to DJ and do something that I love to do.
Yeah. We've learned several skills. I will say that I've learned a lot of stuff while being here. Like it's a lot of time to learn. Like we done became like 3 different people while we've been out here, while still being the same people.
Yeah, like we literally. Anyway, we've had this like our 10th life.
For sure.
For real.
For sure. I would say the trinity of your home, like what you pay for housing, what you pay for food, and what you pay for transportation is definitely 10 times
expensive.
10 times less. Not 10 times, but at least 3 times less expensive than America. So, which are the 3 biggest bills in America: transportation, food, and housing. So, I would
say probably eating out. I don't think that it's necessarily super less expensive than to do it here than America, especially if you're eating like Western food.
If you're eating Western food, it's not.
If you're eating street food every day, of course, it's going to be a little bit
or
cheaper.
Thai food, yeah.
Or Thai food is going to be less expensive because that's their native, right? But if you're used to eating westernized food and you're going out to fine dining every day and stuff like that, I don't think it's less expensive. But
or if you're used to eating Western food and you cooking it at home, it's not less expensive, because all the American Western products are the same price as America, or maybe a little more expensive, because they have to ship it all the way over here. So when you go and try to make, like, oh, we want spaghetti. In America, spaghetti is a cheap meal. Like, you just go to the store, bow. Here, it's not. It costs more to make spaghetti here than to do, or tacos or something like that, because the stuff that you have to get that's imported.
Yep. I feel like living here definitely exposes some habits. Me in particular, like, I'm just a girl. So I want to shop, I want to buy clothes, and that's what I'm used to doing, over consuming. Right, I had to learn how to pull back, especially being in small condos with small closets and small space.
Yes.
So that is definitely something I had to learn. And I feel like here it taught me, but I also, because now I have more space, I want to fill it up. But then I think about, like, okay, Angel, like, chill out. You still don't want to overconsume like I did in America, because I had everything.
Yeah, I think it exposes, like, your deepest, how you wanted to live your life in America. Mm-hmm. You get here and you do it. Like, you start buying everything. Really, you start buying everything just because you can, and you realize, like, okay, this was my problem in America. This is the reason why I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. Because what I did have, I would take it and I would overconsume. But here, it's like life is slow enough, and the pace, you can kind of look at yourself in the mirror to be like, all right, we need to slow down. Like, we didn't even have to do all that. We didn't have to go last night and get no bottles. We didn't have to do any of that, right? And you have to, like, do it to learn that you don't have to do that. I feel like when people get here to Thailand, they have two things that happen. They want to do everything, and they want to get organized. You can't do both. Like, when you first get here, you like, I need to have a schedule, I need to do this, but then you outside and you turn up. Just go outside, turn up, and your schedule will come after that. Like, most people try to do that first, and then they get burnt out by Thailand, because it can be a very boring life when you first get here, when you don't have community. So, like, going out and connecting with people and meeting people gives you the reason to be like, I'm gonna be home tonight, versus you ain't got no choice but to be home, because you don't know nobody and you just by yourself. So I think just going out, meeting people, and finding your pace over here is what is the exposing that happens when you come to Thailand. Because in America, you really either, like, you working or you not working. Like, it's not the same.
I think going out and having that fast pace for, the first few months of you being here is necessary, especially if you're coming from America with that lifestyle. You don't want to come here and immediately halt everything, because I've seen it. It'll make people want to go back home.
Me. I was people. I was people. When we first got here, the second month, it just felt like we was on the island. Like, it was cool. Like, I got over it's so cheap. We not paying nothing. The bottle's only this, blah, blah. But then you just like, it's just us.
Yeah. So going out, finding people, finding your community, finding your people, and making it like home. Because at home, you can call your homegirl, your homeboy to come over, blah, blah, blah. Y'all chop it up or whatever. And being out here is just like, especially if you're a solo traveler, like, at least we have each other.
Facts.
If you're a solo traveler and you're coming, I recommend, like, go out and find your tribe. Like, go to these communities, go to these community meetups. I hear a lot of people say, I don't know, I'm not a community person. But you don't have to be there for the community. Go there, find your tribe, have your people that you talk to, and then that will make it so much easier for you to live day to day here.
Say that. I want to say that again. People that say don't come to these places and get in groups are the people who have been hurt. The groups aren't about the groups. The groups are about the people in the groups. That's how you create the relationships. It's not about the person running the group. It's not about the people that's in charge of the group. It's about the people who are part of the group, are there so you can create community through their channel. I just want to say that, because people have been like, it's like a thing to be like, don't join the groups, and people miss out on people that they can connect with or do business with or have relations with or whatever.
And they act like they come in and got to do a sign-up sheet, like they got to sign their life away over to the group. Like, you can go to one event and find and meet somebody.
And leave.
You don't have to go and into every single event. You can go to what you like.
Yeah. You don't have to go into church, going joining the choir and being on the deacon board and all that. Just go sit in the back pew. We build community by just taking our time and like just going to places. Like a lot of times, like when people come over here to Thailand, they think that everything is green here, and they have this takeover mentality, and they come here like, oh yeah, we about to turn this up, we about to make this. But at the same time, you have to get in where you fit in. There's emotion here. Like you might not be able to see it when you first get here, but there's emotion. And I think what we did was kind of just like watch the motion to figure out where we can get in at instead of trying to like push everything that we're doing on top of everybody.
Especially when you've been exposed, like us, we've been exposed to different things, different people, different atmospheres, different, situations or whatever. So, people come here and they see the lack thereof of something and they want to just implement it. But this is not America. Like some stuff don't need to be over here. Yeah. Like some stuff you need to just leave behind and enjoy what is here and sit back and let it naturally happen if it's going to happen. Like coming here and being forceful about everything, certain things that you might be missing about home. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what causes a lot of those issues. But building community here is not hard. Again, all you have to do is just go out and meet people. We're here, and it don't always have to be just us. You can meet other people, Thai people.
Yes. And
people from different walks of life.
And everybody ain't your people. That's what we had to learn along our journey. Like just because our skin the same don't mean we the same. Right? And that's okay. And that is okay. And I love that for us. I love that we all so different in this space because so many of us are coming here, like everybody can find their people now. Everybody can
find their people. As he's a fitness trainer, he brought together, something that Bangkok was definitely missing.
Yeah, so in Atlanta, we used to do these big classes with like 100 people, 120 people, and it was fun. And I feel like people seeing it and were like, oh, that's super dope. So while we were here, I'm like, there ain't no fitness events that looks like that. So I'm like, let's put something together that's for free, that people can come and build community and actually get in shape. Because all we do is party, really, and drink and do stuff. So like to bring some fitness. We bought an event. It's called Lark Motion Club. You can join through WhatsApp, larkfit.com. But we bring people together, and it's free, and we turn up and sweat a lot and work out, and
Our events have been outside at the park, and everybody just pull up, and we have a good workout.
So if you are here and you want to be a part of that, I would definitely join the group. But also we do a lot of parties too. Yeah. And that's the reason why we want to bring the fitness in. But the parties we host, but also we got a DJ. I know she said
in-house
that earlier,
DJ.
But she's fire, y'all. Like she plays at big places, and we do all this. We donate it because this is the life that we live here. We chose to live this life, so it's it's super dope that we can just come and just experience this stuff on the other side of the world.
And we do all of this, for free because Thailand gives us so much, and we just want to give stuff back. Yes. So it's just like our giving back, and we do that periodically. Like just give something. We cook. Thai cooks a lot. Like we host and cook and. Yeah. I mean, just a lot. So stuff that we're used to doing anyway. But we have the freedom to kind of just do it whenever we want to.
Right. Chun Thai.
Chun Angel.
No, I love the Thai culture. Like I love the Thai culture. We have Thai friends, and they teach us so much about like the ins and outs. Like, you see Thai people and you like, oh, they're so nice, but then you like kick it with Thai people, like they joke all day, they play all day, they never take nothing serious, and they the most nicest people, like for real. They don't want to disappoint you, like
and we had to learn that, like just learning about just how their culture is different than our culture, learning about how they handle things, and also learning like their temperaments. You would think you would ride around and think that nobody ever gets upset.
No, they get upset.
But they do, like they're regular humans. You know what I mean? Like they get upset, they have emotions, but they're a little bit more emotional intelligent than a lot of other countries, I would say.
Yeah.
Their emotional intelligence, I think, is, and I think that's from birth. Like, that's just how the country is. They're very respectful. They're very kind. They, certain things. And I had to learn, like, certain things before I came. I did a lot of research. Yeah. I suggest you do research, because coming here, getting upset and trying to send your food back and I need a refund and all that. That ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
That ain't gonna work here.
But there's also different type of Thai people, just like there's different type of American people. Like Southern hospitality people versus the people from up north are different, right? And the same thing here in Thailand. Like when you go to Pattaya and you try to do all that, sawadee-ka, they'd be like, ka. Because they're so used to the people that they deal with, that they deal with a lot of foreigners, a lot of Russians, a lot of people from different countries who don't necessarily respect their culture. So for them, it's like, I'm just at work. But then when you go to a place that's a little further out, you go to Wahine or something like that, the people are super nice, like overly nice, right? And you come to Bangkok and you get that depending on the pocket that you in, whether you're in Tung Lo or if you in a Sok or Nana, you can feel the different kind of Thai people. But you have to kind of be here to engulf yourself. Because if you think that what you see on the internet is the whole entire truth, there's so many shades of Thai people that it's funny. You might see a person that look just like your auntie or just like your uncle that you're talking to, or the energy you get from them might be the same thing. So it's so crazy to see the similarities of all people across the world, but also the differences that make us who we are.
But even going to those different pockets of Thailand just reminds you, oh, it's like that in America too. Like people say, people in New York, how they are different than the people in the South, or how West Coast culture is different. Like it's just, just depending on where you are, even in specific cities. Like you go up north in Atlanta or Georgia, it's different than Southern Georgia. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just, you can't expect every area to be the same or every Thai person to be the same, but it also takes a little while for you to understand them. We have Thai friends who kind of fast tracked us.
Yes.
But it was
shout out JK.
Shout out to my girl JK and Fair. Who kind of fast tracked us on like the temperament of the country and how they handle things and what they think about certain things and stuff like that. So, but Thai culture, we eat. We have our Thai meals that we eat, and we love the food. We love everything. I mean, we just be riding by, like waving at everybody. Everybody wave back. They're so nice. Yep. We know how to cross the street.
Thai.
That's another thing.
Thai. You
got to learn how to cross the street. Facts. You can't just walk out there.
You can't just walk out there.
You got to bow.
Okay?
Let them know that you're on your way out and thank them for stopping.
Thank you.
Be very respectful.
Kapung
Ka. I do feel like I'm a different person here because I slow down. I slow down a lot. I think one thing that gives me peace here is being able to connect with other type of people and being able to connect more with my husband without it being so fast paced. Just slowing down my brain, my mind. I was that person who needed a schedule when I got here and needed this and needed that because I've been in corporate all my life. So it's just like being able just to slow down, have that either corporate or entrepreneur. And it's the same really, because working in corporate, you got to keep up whatever you're doing. But as an entrepreneur, it doesn't stop. Like it's all day, every day. You got to work on your business. So being here, it's just so peaceful. Everything gives me peace here. Like just waking up on a slow-mo or being a fast-paced day, whatever it is. But I know that there's going to be peace.
For me, as a black man being from America, right, and to all my black men that's watching this, I finally got to feel my cortisol levels go to zero. Like, there's never ever in a point in my adulthood as a black man in America where I felt safe, where I felt heard, and where I felt calm. This is the first time ever in my life. So for me, that was an adjustment. Like that was a real adjustment. Like, and I had like separation anxiety from having anxiety all the time, from having something to deal with, from having to worry about. I had literal separation anxiety from that. So I think on the other side of that, the peace that I found from letting all that stuff go is something that I pray that all men, all people feel, because I've never felt like I had time to deal with myself. And here it gave me time to deal with myself and get better at being me in a safe environment. So for Thailand, and we all still working on it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So for me, the rest of the time while I'm here is like just me giving myself space to grow and become better in a place that's safe. That's like the biggest difference that I can say for here.
And I want to add that safety part, because being a woman, you know what I mean, going out alone, like when we were in Atlanta, I couldn't stop at a gas station without, like, by myself. I couldn't stop at a gas station. Certain times of the night, I'm not going to the store. He's going. So it's just like some of that strain is off, because I can go. I can walk to 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. by myself if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Because of the safety and it's. I mean, obviously, you know, you're gonna watch your back wherever you go. You're gonna, you know, stay on your P's and Q's. But for the most part, I feel safe here in Thailand than I did back at home.
Facts. Something we sacrifice is family. The biggest and the most, you know, the most influential parts of our lives we had to sacrifice in order to experience something that our family has never experienced. And we like the auntie and uncle that live on the other side of the world, but we don't get to see our family as much as we want to. That's probably one of the only things that's really a thing that we miss. That
and friends that become family.
Yeah, that's family
but that's part of our family as well. Like we have a community of people, literally, like he said, we lived in every part of the United States, so we have friends all over. Like we make friends everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So we have friends all over America. So we have, like, you know, we might go to a wedding in Phoenix, we might be in Texas, you know what I'm saying, doing this and doing that. So just not being able to just hop on a plane and get there, or go visit, or
they pull up,
or they'll pull up to the house.
Like,
yeah,
that's the biggest.
Yeah. That's the sacrifice that we made to come over here and live the life that we're living.
So far, it's been worth it.
Not
every day. Every day doesn't feel like it's worth it. I will say that. But most days feel like it's worth it.
For the most part, I feel like it's worth it for the time being.
Yeah. What matters now is how we feel. In America, it don't matter how you feel. It don't matter how you feel. You gotta get
do
to it.
You gotta do it.
And I don't care how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Here we do stuff based off how we feel. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not going there. And we don't. In America, you can't. You ain't got no choice.
You ain't got no choice, really. The biggest money mistake we've made since moving abroad.
The biggest money mistake that we've made, and I love these people, don't take this the wrong way, but spending all that money in bathros. Spending all that money in bathros. I'm going to say it again. Bathros is the club underneath Sugar Club, above Sugar Lounge. That the night, your first 60 days when you get here as a black person, everybody bathro. It might have changed now because they got Sugar Lounge, but we spent way too much money in bathros when we first got here.
Yeah, I feel like bottles, because bottles are so less expensive. Not cheap, but less expensive.
Less expensive. I mean, compared to Atlanta, like
$600,
$700 for a bottle versus here, $100, $120 is.
Yeah, I think the bottle popping. When we first got here, we bottle popped for like 6 months, so we had to slow down on that. And then we figured out, like, every night is literally the same night. So
yeah, that's what made us regret it. Not the actual bottle popping, but then you like, dang, you get disappointed. You like, why would we even do that? Why would we do that? So yeah.
5 years from now is a long way.
Homesteading with cows, chickens, goats, and on our own land.
Planting our own cabbage and carrots and.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, we have a lot of plans. It's usually, and then we are the type of people that kind of just go with what we're feeling in the moment too. Obviously, because we didn't talk about this, but how we got to Atlanta, we planned that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and just get up and go. We one of those people, like, if we think about something and we know we can execute it and we research and do everything that we need to do and everything looks like it's going to fall in line, it falls in line for us.
Yeah.
So if the homesteading thing looks like it's going to fall in line for us, you know, within that time, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
If we're going to be in Thailand, that's what we're going to do. If we're going to be in another country, then that's what we're going to do. But 5 years is a long time from now.
Because 2 years ago, I didn't even know we was going to be living in Thailand.
I
couldn't even have told you we'd be sitting here in Bang Na, Thailand, 2 years ago. I couldn't have told you that.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Our 5 years never looked the same.
That was in my bag. No, I would have told you that I was going to have a gym and, I don't know. It's just y'all. So you're on the other side of the world. So whatever disagreement or stuff you get into, it needs to be 15 minutes and over with.
Yep.
Because it's only y'all.
Yep.
And I think there's so many new things and nuances. I remember, now that I'm thinking about it, we used to get into so many like spats and like disagreements the first 2 weeks because we like, no, we need to go this way. No, we need to go this way. No, we need to go that way. I think
we just came from that way.
But that's because neither one of us even know where we're going. Right? And you get into all these like, so when you first come over here, just kind of just go with the flow. Get lost. Make wrong decisions. Kind of look for the wrong decisions. Because I think, not a mistake, but something that was just like part of the process, we was trying to make all the right decisions when we first got here and not knowing that you can't,
the right steps,
you can't,
literally.
You can't make all the right decisions, and really just getting here and making mistakes makes you settle in faster. I think that's
and try everything, and also like do a lot of research. And when I say this, people get over here and they don't know anything, and especially if you're leading, a pack, you might have children, or it might just be you and somebody else. Somebody needs to know. You know what I mean? What I don't know, he researched on his own.
I knew the map before we got here.
He knew the map. He does. That's his thing. I'm the person that's going to understand the visas and the where we need to go and how we need to do it and how much time we got and all that kind of stuff. That's me. So wherever your strength lies, that's probably what you should probably focus on and help the family out and help the couple.
Don't try to do everything.
Yeah.
Stand in your strength. Stand in your power.
Yeah. And also learn together. Because even though I did research on all this, I don't know everything. I still don't know everything. Things could change, you know what I mean? So it's for less arguments, learn together. Just learn together.
Yes.